Okay, we've got passage 2 here, and this is the start of it, and it looks fairly straightforward. This table here doesn't have a lot of information. That's good. These graphs look the same kind of information. They're very simple. There's not a lot there. These also don't look very complicated. So I'm not even going to read what the passage is about. I'm just going to go straight to the questions because it should be fairly straightforward, and I'll read whenever I have to. Right, question 1, number 6. Or the first question in the passage, number 6. According to table 1 and figure 1, okay, so that's going to be our first step, is find those. Across the 4 age categories, okay, as the age of the helpers increased, percent contribution to pup feeding. So we need to find pup feeding, and we need to find 3, what happened across the 4 age ranges. As it increased, what happened to the percent contribution to pup feeding. All right, first step is we find table 1. Go to the right hand side, table 1's here, figure 1 is, that's a picture, down here. Across the 4 age categories, right, we see age category here, and we have juvenile, sub-adult, yearling, and adult. So they're getting older as they go down here. As the age of the helpers increased, so that's, we've got juvenile, sub, yearlings, adults, so they're getting older as they go here. So we need to know what's happening as, oh, and it's just pup feeding, okay. So I should have done step 2 first. It's pup feeding. So we're just looking at this one here. So as they get older, as the age increases, what's happening to the percent of pup feeding? Okay, it starts here and it goes up again, and then it goes down. So that means it increased and then it decreased, and that's age. Number 7, when food is scarce, meerkats may lose weight, causing them to have a negative daily weight gain based on figure 2. Okay, that's going to be step 1. If the percent contribution to babysitting, all right, that's going to be 2 is fine babysitting, by female helpers, that'll be 3, have to be female helpers, older than 1 year old, with a daily weight gain of negative a gram per hour, whatever that is, had been calculated, it would most likely have been, so that's going to be number 4. And it says had been calculated, so it means it wasn't calculated. So this is an extrapolation question. It means we're going to have to go beyond the graph to say what would have happened if they'd, not just stopped and started where they did. All right, it'll come clear when I start doing it. So step number 1, find figure 2. Figure 2, over here. There we go. What was step 2? Find babysitting. All right, step 2, find babysitting here. This is the graph we're looking at. Step 3, female helpers older than 1 year. Yeah, it says pup feeding is by helpers older than 1 year, so that's what this is measuring. So we don't have to worry about the age. With a daily weight gain of negative grams an hour. So we look and we see that daily weight gain is here, and it starts at 0. And they're asking about what would have been the result if they had included meerkats that were losing weight. So -2 would be about there. And all you have to do here is just carry on with the line. So the female helpers are the white circles. So we can see that it's trending kind of slightly down, slightly down, slightly down, and would have ended up kind of at maybe 10 or below. But it's definitely at 0, it was 15. So it's definitely going to be less than 15. And that would be the answer. Number 8, based on table 1, figure 1. Get rid of all that. Based on that, so we know that this is going to be our first step, is to find that. The greatest difference between the percent contribution by male and the percent contribution by female, so we're looking at both of them, was observed for which pup care activity and which helper range. So first we have to find the table and the figure. We have to find the percent contribution by male. We have to find the percent contribution by female. We have to find the greatest difference, which will be 4. And then we have to find 5 would be for which pup activity. And number 6 would be which helper age range. So it's a lot to find, but they're all fairly straightforward because the graphs are straightforward, so it really shouldn't be that difficult at all if we just take it step by step. Based on table 1, figure 1. So find table 1, figure 1, and we're looking at table 1, figure 1. That's number 1. What was number 2? Male helpers and female helpers. And we're looking for the greatest difference. So the greatest difference, so female helpers, if we look at the key, female helpers are the white blocks, male helpers are the dark ones. And obviously the greatest difference is going to be, you know, when these vary, the difference here varies the most. And it looks like to me, just looking across here, that this one has the biggest difference, right? This is the greatest difference between the two blocks. This one is close, but it's not as big, because this one is probably about 9 to about 14. It's about 5. This difference is from about 10 to about 25. So this is 15. And that's a mess. So we found the biggest difference is here. So that means, what have we found? We have to find the pup care activity. That was number 5. And the pup care activity is babysitting. I'll increase that. The pup care activity is babysitting. So look at the answers. It says babysitting, and then it gives the age range, or pup feeding in the age range, 2 age ranges. We know that pup feeding is wrong, because the biggest difference is found in this graph. And then we just have to say what is the age range. It happens where it's adults. So we come up to table 1 and we see what age range adults are in, and they're over 24 months. So we just need the one that has the 24 months. Babysitting in 24 months is G. Okay, number 9. A student claimed that for male helpers and also for female helpers, so it's for both, the percent contribution to pup feeding varies with weight, daily weight gain, other results shown in figure 2, consistent. So first step is find figure 2. Next one is we have to look at the contribution of male helpers and female helpers to pup feeding, number 4. And does it vary with daily weight gain? So as daily weight gain goes up, pup feeding should go up. As it goes down, it should go down. So let's see. Let's do it. We're looking for figure 2. So we're looking over here. Oh, get the eraser. We're looking at figure 2 here. We're looking at pup feeding. We need to find both male helpers and female helpers. So we're looking at the white and the dark. And he's saying as daily weight gain along the bottom here, as it gets bigger, this line should go up. So we see that for the females it does go up. For the males it goes straight across. So his claim is not borne out, because no matter how chubby the males get, their pup feeding contribution doesn't change. So the answer is no, it is not consistent. So A and B are out because they say yes. Now we just have to find the right reason. He says no, for male helpers the percent contribution to pup feeding did not vary with weight gain, and that's right. Okay, now we go to number 10. The helpers whose contributions are recorded in figure 2. I'll just try to rub all this out so we can get a clear thing. In figure 2, okay, that's going to be first step, find figure 2. Belong to which of the age categories listed in table 1? Alright, so we go to figure 2, and then where's the age range? Alright, so there's nothing here that talks about age range at all. And that's okay, don't panic. It just means we have to read a little bit about the description of what's in figure 2, that's all. So we go over to here and we scan it to see where does it tell us anything about figure 2. This is table blah blah blah. This is figure 1, table 1, so I'm thinking figure 2 is here. And here we see figure 2 here. And that's how you do it. You don't have to read it word for word. You just look for, you match the words or the whatever it is. I'm just looking for figure 2. That's all I need. So I just sort of scanned it. I didn't read it. I just scanned it, and then I found figure 2 here, and it shows how the percent contribution to babysitting and pup feeding. There we are. Helpers older than 1 year old, varied with daily weight gain. So they're older than 1 year. And then I come to table 1 because it tells me the age differences. And we see here sub-adults are older than 6 months but less than a year. This says it's older than a year. So yearlings are 12 months and up, and adults are over 2. Since it's older than 1 year old, these two are applicable. So it's yearlings and adults, and that is answer J.